Good morning, family. How's everybody doing this morning? It's a wonderful day. Every day we're alive is a wonderful one. We're all good all the time, even when there are challenges. Never forget that. This morning, I just really wanted to share with you. It's Friday, Sabbath tomorrow. It's a day of rest, and I'm super looking forward to it. It's been an incredibly busy week, and I loved every minute of it. Um, so I just wanted to share with us how how amazing it is to forgive, to live in love, and to know that we're just all humans, perfect as we are, and um, even though sometimes we experience each other in very difficult ways, like those difficult ways help us to grow in love if we allow them. And I know that we're perfect because that's what God said when He made Adam, first first human being ever created. He said, "This is very good," and that never changed for any of us. We are all very good. Psalm 139, verses 1 and 2, and verse 13 to 16 say, "O Lord, you have examined my heart and know everything about me. You know when I sit down or stand up. You know my thoughts even when I'm far away. You see when I travel and when I rest at home. You know everything I do. You made all the delicate inner parts of my body and knit me together in my mother's womb. Thank you for making me so wonderfully complex. Your workmanship is marvelous. How well I know it. You watched me as I was being formed in utter seclusion, all alone, as I was woven together in the dark of the womb. You saw me before I was born. Every day of my life was recorded in your book." This blanket that I'm wearing is to me a total testament of the fact that every day of my life is recorded in God's book. And I actually do not have to worry about how to live it if I surrender the days to Him. Like the fact that He knows already what's going to happen, even the really hard things I have experienced. It's been my experience that puts he puts like he puts a blanket of comfort in the really difficult days if I allow myself to see the comfort that He has brought to help me through the really difficult times. This blanket was one such experience. And my friend Sarah started a prayer blanket ministry in our church, and the prayer group uses this fleece fabric to knot tie these knots as a part of making the blanket. Each knot individually tied is a prayer, a special thought just for the person for whom the blanket is made. On the day that I got this blanket, I was like, the reason that we're talking today is a little bit about forgiveness too. And I had a really tough day dealing with a period. It was a day when I was just dealing with a period of like pretty intense betrayal by a friend. And that day I was having a really hard time. And I had decided I'm just going to let my tongue loose on her. Even though God had told me to just be calm and quiet, I was like, nope, I'm going to let my tongue loose on her today. And God was like, "Adia, this is not what you want to do." And I was like, "I do. I definitely do want to do this." And He was like, "No, you don't, honey. Trust me." And I was just like, ugh, okay, that was actually I was not a joyful, okay, no. It was like, ugh, okay, I'm going to trust you. And that evening we got together in a group, and I, this blanket was brought out. I had no idea it was going to be brought to me. I went, I debated not going, and God was like, "Yeah, the Spirit of God just said to me, you need to go. Go ahead and just take it easy. Be at peace." I went, I sat, I participated, I listened, I bridled my tongue, and during the evening, this blanket was brought out, and Sarah had sent it for me with Auntie Narvdia. Hey, Auntie Narvdia. And I cannot express to you the absolute just awe that I felt, and love at knowing that when my father said to me to be quiet and just let him take care of the situation, and to blanket me in peace. He literally meant he was going to blanket me in peace. And that night, everything that I had in my heart that I was going to say in a very, just like really rough and unhelpful way, that truth was spoken by someone else in just a pure, peaceful way that just, and I know the message got to where it needed to be. It got to my heart. That's the place it needed to be most. And I know it had an impact on others as well. And so it helps me to remember we are all, not just me, not just you, not my friends, not the people I care about, but all people, the people who hurt us, the people whom we hurt. We are all of us made specially, individually, perfectly brought to the world for a special purpose. And we really need to rest in that knowledge, and to be kind to each other, to be loving from that place. We can be honest. We can be honest, speak the truth, and walk through the process of forgiveness, walk through the process of reconciliation, which is really hard. But do it with peace and with love. And so I also want to read this story. It might take a little bit of time. It's a story that Dr. V read for me in session. The reading of this story was another one of the really top 5 moments of peace on my quest to understand the concept of healing, love, and forgiveness, and worthiness. And when she read me this story, there were tears in my eyes. There were tears in Jody's eyes. There was silence in the room when she was done. It was incredible. And so I'm going to read it for us. It is, don't worry about its theology. It's a parable written by Neale Donald Walsch, and the story is called The Little Soul and the Sun. Once upon no time, there was a little soul who said to God, "I know who I am." And God said, "That's wonderful. Who are you?" And the little soul shouted, "I'm the light." And God smiled a big smile. "That's right," God exclaimed. "You are the light." The little soul was so happy, for it had figured out what all the souls in the kingdom were there to figure out. "Wow," said the little soul. "This is really cool." But soon, knowing who it was not enough. The little soul felt stirrings inside, and now wanted to be who it was. And so the little soul went back to God, which is not a bad idea for all souls who want to be who they really are, and said, "Hi God, now that I know who I am, is it okay for me to be it?" And God said, "You mean you want to be who you already are?" "Well," replied the little soul, "it's one thing to know who I am, and another thing altogether to actually be it. I want to feel what it's like to be the light." "But you already are the light," God repeated, smiling again. "Yes, but I want to see what that feels like," cried the little soul. "Well," said God with a chuckle, "I suppose I should have known. You always were the adventuresome one." Then God's expression changed. "There's only one thing." "What?" asked the little soul. "Well, there is nothing else but the light. You see, I created nothing but what you are. And so there is no easy way for you to experience yourself as who you are, since there is nothing that you are not." "Huh?" said the little soul, who was now a little confused. "Well, think of it this way," said God. "You are like a candle in the sun. Oh, you're there all right, along with a million gazillion other candles who make up the sun. And the sun would not be the sun without you. Nay, it would be a sun without one of its candles, and that would not be the sun at all, for it would not shine as brightly. Yet, how to know yourself as the light when you are amidst the light? That is the question." "Well," the little soul perked up, You're God. Think of something. Once more God smiled. I already have, God said. Since you cannot see yourself as the light when you're in the light, we'll surround you with darkness. What's darkness? The little soul asked. God replied, Darkness is that which you are not. Will I be afraid of the dark? Cried the little soul. Only if you choose to be, God answered. There is nothing really to be afraid of unless you decide that there is. You see, we're making it all up. We are pretending. Oh, said the little soul, and felt better already. Then God explained that in order to experience anything at all, the exact opposite of it will appear. It is a great gift, God said, because without it, you could not know what anything is like. You could not know warm without cold. You could not know up without down, fast without slow. You could not know left without right, here without there, now without then. And so God concluded, when you are surrounded with darkness, do not shake your fist and raise your voice and curse the darkness. Rather, be a light unto the darkness, and don't be mad about it. Then you will know who you really are, and all others will know too. Let your light shine so that everyone will know how special you are. You mean it's okay to let others see how special I am? Asked the little soul. Of course, God chuckled. It's very okay. But remember, special does not mean better. Everybody is special, each in their own way. Yet many others have forgotten that. They will see that it is okay for them to be special only when you see that it is okay for you to be special. Wow, said the little soul, dancing and skipping and laughing and jumping with joy. I can be as special as I want to be. Yes, and you can start right now, said God, who was dancing and skipping and laughing right along with the little soul. What part of special do you want to be? What part of special? The little soul repeated. I don't understand. Well, God explained, being the light is special, and being special has a lot of parts to it. It is special to be kind. It is special to be gentle. It is special to be creative. It is special to be patient. Can you think of other ways it is special to be? The little soul sat quietly for a moment. I can think of lots of ways to be special, the little soul then exclaimed. It is special to be helpful. It is special to be sharing. It is special to be friendly. It is special to be considerate of others. Yes, God agreed. And you can be all of those things or any part of special you wish to be at any moment. That's what it means to be the light. I know what I want to be. I know what I want to be, the little soul announced with great excitement. I want to be that part of special called forgiving. Isn't it special to be forgiving? Oh, yes, God assured the little soul. That is very special. Okay, said the little soul, then that's what I want to be. I want to be forgiving. I want to experience myself as that. Good, said God. But there's one thing you should know. The little soul was becoming a bit impatient now. It always seemed as though there was some complication. What is it? The little soul sighed. There is no one to forgive. No one? The little soul could hardly believe what he had been told. No one, God repeated. Everything I have made is perfect. There is not a single soul in all creation less perfect than you are. Look around you. It was then that the little soul realized that a large crowd had gathered. Souls had come from far and wide, from all over the kingdom, for the word had gone forth that the little soul was having this extraordinary conversation with God, and everyone wanted to hear what they were saying. Looking at the countless other souls gathered there, the little soul had to agree. None appeared less wonderful, less magnificent, or less perfect than the little soul itself. Such was the wonder of the souls gathered around, and so bright was their light, that the little soul could scarcely gaze upon them. Who then to forgive? Asked God. Boy, this is going to be no fun at all, grumbled the little soul. I wanted to experience myself as one who forgives. I wanted to know what that part of special felt like. And the little soul learned what it must feel like to be sad. But just then, a friendly soul stepped forward from the crowd. Not to worry, little soul, the friendly soul said. I will help you. You will? The little soul brightened. But what can you do? Why, I can give you someone to forgive. You can? Certainly, chirped the friendly soul. I can come into your life and do something for you to forgive. But why? Why would you do that? The little soul asked. You, who are a being of such utter perfection. You who vibrate with such a speed that it creates a light so bright that I can hardly gaze upon you. What would cause you to want to slow down your vibration to such a speed that your bright light would become dark and dense? What could cause you, who are so light that you dance upon the stars and move through the kingdom with the speed of your thought, to come into my life and make yourself so heavy that you could do this bad thing? Simple, the friendly soul said. I would do it because I love you. The little soul seemed surprised at the answer. Don't be so amazed, said the friendly soul. You have done the same thing for me. Don't you remember? Oh, we have danced together, you and I, many times. Through the eons and across all the ages have we danced, across all time, and in many places have we played together. You just don't remember. We have both been all of it. We have been the up and the down of it, the left and the right of it. We have been the here and the there of it, the now and the then of it. We have been the male and the female, the good and the bad. We have both been the victim and the villain of it. Thus have we come together, you and I, many times before, each bringing to the other the exact and perfect opportunity to express and to experience who we really are. And so, the friendly soul explained further, I will come into your next lifetime and be the bad one. This time, I will do something really horrible. And then you can experience yourself as the one who forgives. But what will you do? Asked the little soul just a little nervously. That will be so terrible. Oh, replied the friendly soul with a twinkle, we'll think of something. Then the friendly soul seemed to turn serious and said in a quiet voice, You are quite right about one thing, you know. What is that? The little soul wanted to know. I will have to slow down my vibration and become very heavy to do this not so nice thing. I will have to pretend to be something very unlike myself. And so I have but one favor to ask of you in return. Oh, anything, anything, cried the little soul, and he began to dance and sing, I get to be forgiving, I get to be forgiving. Then the little soul saw that the friendly soul was remaining very quiet. What is it? The little soul asked. What can I do for you? You are such an angel to be willing to do this for me. Of course this friendly soul is an angel, God interrupted. Everyone is. Always remember, I have sent you nothing but angels. And so the little soul wanted more than ever to grant the friendly soul's request. What can I do for you? The little soul asked again. In the moment that I strike you and smite you, the friendly soul replied, in the moment that I do the worst to you that you could possibly imagine, in that very moment. Yes, the little soul interrupted. Yes, remember who I really am. Remember who I really am. Oh, I will, cried the little soul. I promise. I will always remember you as I see you right here, right now. Good, said the friendly soul, because you see, I will have been pretending so hard that I will have forgotten myself. And if you do not remember me as I really am, I may not be able to remember for a very long time. And if I forget who I am, I may even forget who you are. And we will both be lost. then we will need another soul to come along and remind us both of who we are. No, we won't, the little soul promised again. I will remember you. And I will thank you for bringing me this gift, the chance to experience myself as who I am. And so the agreement was made, and the little soul went forth, excited to be the light, which was very special, and excited to be that part of special called forgiveness. And the little soul waited anxiously to be able to experience itself as forgiveness, and to thank whatever other soul made it possible. And at all the moments in his lifetime, whenever a new soul appeared on the scene, whether that new soul brought joy or sadness, and especially if it brought sadness, the little soul thought of what God had said. Always remember, God had smiled. I have sent you nothing but angels. By Neil Donald Walsh. And so sometimes when I forget, because I am a soul who sometimes forgets, God reminds me, Adia, I have sent you nothing but angels. See people through my eyes. The things they do in the moment may hurt you. It may hurt a lot. But remember that that hurt can be transformed into something beautiful. It is so that you can experience forgiveness. You can experience what it is to love by seeing someone as I have created them. If we see each other as God has created us, we will experience difficult things, but we will learn wonderful lessons from those things, and then we can go through the process of healing and walk with the other people who come around us to help us through the process of reconciliation, which is a difficult process, to the light. May we have a wonderful weekend. It is the Sabbath tomorrow, and I am looking forward to it very much. Have a wonderful Sabbath when it gets here. And if Sabbath is not your thing, find a day to take it easy, because it's a gift that God has given us as a part of the light. Peace out. I love you all. Have a wonderful day.